Well, good morning and happy Monday. It's Leza Live on the radio, on the news, 103.5 FM, KYCA, with breaking news and special guest in this morning, the big guy, Jason Zinzaletta. Good morning, Jason.
I've lost a little weight.
No,
really.
I'm talking about the big guy on campus.
Oh, okay. Yes. That's what they tell me, but I don't believe it.
Well, when you're the boss man, that's what you get called. So.
Okay. Hey,
how you doing? Fresh off of the home show, huh?
I'm tired. It was a long one. It was a long home show, but as usual, Sandy Griffiths and YCCA pulled it off. It was a fantastic show all weekend long. Lots of people, lots of great products, all of our contractors on display all weekend. It was fantastic. Everybody had a great time.
Wonderful.
I think everybody did some business. And as usual, Sandy Griffiths and her crew were just top notch.
Yes, absolutely. Every year.
Yep.
And what were your thoughts as far as being part of the show?
Well, this was the first time.
Yeah.
We've always gone and enjoyed it. Well,
Right.
now we're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
You know? And it was great meeting a lot of people. They love Leza. Is that a
Aw,
surprise? Come
That's
on.
so sweet.
And they do love our stations, and they listen. We have a lot of listeners in the Tri-City area. I'm sorry, Cinco Cities.
That was a first.
Anyway, yes, that was a head shake on the air, folks.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, no, it was a great show. The contractors were very happy. They're very busy, and now they're even busier. They're
Great.
doing a lot of great business. We met a lot of people. Hey, folks, for those of you who remember CJ, we saw CJ.
Oh, yay.
He came by and said hello, and hello to all of you guys, and hello to you, Leza,
Yes.
and everybody. He was just thrilled to see him. And
Was he in his police officer uniform?
Nope.
No, he was just a civilian out for a day.
Out and about.
Love it.
That's right.
Love it.
And a lot of other friends of our station came by. Steve Blair, of course, was there with Blind Brothers Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Roger and Sally Barton from Badger Roofing. They were our next door neighbors, basically, for 3
Great.
days. And it was fun because Sally and Roger used to have a show on the station about 20 years ago.
I remember.
Yeah, you remember. And it was a great show, and it was good to see them again. And, of course, Badger Roofing does a lot of great business here. And some other great people that we see, some former clients, current clients, great contractors. Everybody's busy. It's
Yes.
great. It was
Wonderful.
fantastic. And the people had a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a lot of people that was, now wait a minute. Sandy is calling me.
Oh, well, doesn't she know the number to call in on the show?
Sandy, call in.
928-541-1016. She's part of the dream team, Sandy is, of
That's
course.
right.
928-541-1016. Matt's like, that dream team's getting bigger and bigger by the day.
It's not really a team anymore. It's getting to be like a building.
A building.
An office
you go.
building
Yeah,
of people.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad she called, and I will talk to her soon. I hope she calls in here. But
Me too.
What a top-notch bunch of people that they were, and Findlay Toyota Center was great, but the whole crew at YCCA was wonderful. I mean,
Good.
it took care of everybody. Everybody had a great time, and you saw Sandy always moving along out there, always on the patrol,
Yes.
and watching to make sure things were going great.
Yeah.
And they were, of course. So no
Good.
worries there. So we did a survey.
Mm-hmm.
We asked people what they listened to.
Right.
And if they would be so kind as to put down their name and number, we're going to do a drawing.
Oh, nice.
All of this neat swag. Can you see it over here, Matt?
I can see it. We've got baseball hats, old time.
Oh,
tell
hold on.
tell
There.
everybody about these baseball hats.
Do I have to?
Please, this is a great story.
They're vintage 1980s hats because J.P. Mulligan bought these hats in the 80s, never got around to giving all of them away. And so I had a few boxes of these hats.
Yes.
And we managed to give away about a half a dozen to Badgers.
Yes.
Real Badgers.
I
Honest,
love it.
You know,
and they probably loved them, huh?
Oh my goodness. Could I have another? It was great. You know, all sorts of great things. So
Yeah.
we got that. And then we have the mug here, which is Keep Calm, Kahm, and listen on. Yep. And that
Very
also
cute.
contains a $40 gift certificate to Pralines of Prescott.
Ooh.
And you see, that's what got people.
Yes.
Oh, for chocolate? Yes.
Right,
You can have my
right.
name. You can have my firstborn. You know, you made it. And then a box of swag, which
Oh
is
my gosh.
things that we gave away at the home show.
I
Pens,
don't even have
pencils.
these.
Well, you're going to get some
How
of them.
fantastic. Oh, this is
All right, you found it.
This is amazing.
All
Do you
right.
guys remember these?
The notepads.
These are, I mean, you guys have been giving these away for decades.
And we haven't for a while, but we have a few left. And so we thought we'd
Nice.
give a few away.
Oh, I love it. I love it. How fun and tons and tons of writing utensils.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, they love the
plethora.
pens and pencils. They loved them. All of our stations, we have magic pens. We have the classic rock pens. Those went the fastest.
Oh, I bet.
KYCA. As soon as they saw Leza's name out there, oh yeah, we had to have a magic pen and a magic pencil because
Love
we
it.
love Leza.
Aw, thanks.
So that's what we're giving away, and so I'm going to have
Okay.
Leza. I promised them that Leza would pick.
Oh, good. I get to pick.
So here's the box.
All right.
Matt, do you want to move the camera over?
Or you can just pull it right over here if you want.
Can you do that? Oh, okay, we can do that.
Yeah, you can just put it
All
right over here in front of me.
Hang on, Matt. Hang on. All right, folks, we're going to do this right now.
Okay, here it comes. The big. Look at all of these entries.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna dive deep.
All right, two. We need two.
Okay, the first one is. Do I get to announce it or you? You look like you want to
no,
announce it.
You can announce it. Yes.
Jim Hagman. Jim Hagman.
All right, Jim. Congratulations. And
Actually, are you sure?
yes, I don't show that on the air. No, what we wanted our people to be honest.
Yeah.
And they were honest. What do they listen to?
Right.
Most of the time it was us. Sometimes it was other stations. That's okay.
Okay.
We wanted to know.
Nice, Jim Hagman.
All right, we got one.
He listens in the car. Or Mel Coos. Mel Coos listens in the car.
All right, fantastic.
Fantastic.
All right, Mel, thank you very much. Both of you folks, thank you so much. And thank you, Leza. We
Thank
appreciate
you
you pulling this. Okay.
For letting me do that. That was really fun.
It was fun. We saw Pat Kirkendall also.
Yeah,
He had a few things to say. I'll tell you that.
I'm sure.
But we're gonna make these phone calls, and if we cannot get a hold of them by tomorrow, we'll do another draw. But I'll take care of that myself because I know it's cluttering up your desk.
I don't mind. It's fun to give stuff away. Let me tell you.
There you go. Okay, thanks, Leza.
Thanks,
Take care.
Jason. Appreciate you. How fun. Well, that was a great report from the home show this past weekend. I haven't been in a few years. I think one of the last times I went to the home show, I worked for Ken and Lisa Lane at Waters Garden Center, and I schlepped these plants inside that building, and then I had to schlep them back to the Waters Center. So yeah, I've had a great experience with it. How about you? You go to the home show ever?
I've been several times in
Yeah.
the past,
Yeah.
but not recently. No.
Yeah. No, we were very busy this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drew, you were busy this weekend too, weren't you?
Yeah, I went last year though.
Yeah.
And it was a really good show as well.
Always great. Well, Matt and I were on assignment on Thursday. We actually did. We were out on the trails in Prescott, Arizona, 4x4ing with the clubs, the Summit
With
4x4 clubs.
The clubs, yeah.
Yes. Fundraiser for Trails for Tatas, right? With Summit 4x4 Club.
It's not so much a fundraiser, but you can always raise funds no matter when we do a run.
Sure.
But the specific fundraiser was the evening before at Peter Piper Pizza.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah.
And did a lot of people show up for that?
Yeah, as far as I was told. I didn't make it out.
Yeah.
That's one of the problems when you work 7 days a week.
We know, Matt.
You don't get to do a lot of
We know,
things.
Matt.
Hey, but I took you out.
Wah, wah.
I took you out, didn't I?
Yeah, I got to ride with Matt on the trails in the Green Goblin, and we had such a fun time. I was just shocked seeing these Jeeps crawl. They literally crawl over rocks.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I know, but I mean, I've had Jeeps my whole life. I've never crawled over a rock in any of my
So did you
pretty
take
little
the wheel?
Jeeps. No, but Jesse did offer. Jesse
See, you
from
should have
Summit
taken
4x4,
the
he
lesson.
said, "Here, will you pull my Jeep forward?" And that thing was very intimidating. Yeah, it was big and gorgeous, and no, Matt got in it.
I
and
I
it
didn't
was-
have dents in it yet.
exactly.
No, it has dents in it. Yeah, but it's a very capable rig, I guess
Yeah.
is the way to put it.
That's
but yeah,
a great way to put it.
she was just very afraid to climb up into it. I'm like, no, I got it then.
Yeah, I was just a
I w-
passenger for the day. I wasn't a driver.
That's all right.
I
Yeah.
would have hit the whole thing with it. I mean, that'd be easy to do.
Yeah.
You know, with a monster like that. I mean,
Right.
Jeez.
Right. Very fun, though. Matt's Jeep and his abilities were great, and met a lot of people and had a lot of fun. So we're signed up for the next one, May 10th.
Yeah. Have you ever done anything like that before?
Well, I told you we
Just
had
a little bit?
We had I bought a brand new Rubicon Jeep. I mean, cherry red, right off of the showroom. And then I got it jacked up and the big wheels and everything. So Scott and the girls and I decided to go up to Sedona and go on some trail rides, right? So we're on. Somehow we found ourselves on Devil's Staircase, which, if you Google it, There's a lot of accidents Jeeps literally slide and fall off of Devil's Staircase. So we're starting to crawl down, and we're very new at this, and probably weren't. I mean, Scott knows what he's doing. I'm not saying he doesn't know what he's doing, but it was a little scary. And Dempsey in the back, she's freaking out, and Scott goes, "Well, you can get out and walk down it. You don't have to." And she goes, "What good is that going to do me when you're all dead?"
She'll still be around though.
Yeah.
But we survived it, and we never took it out after that. It was just kind of a road Jeep.
So has this inspired you to get a Jeep to go and get in trouble with?
No, because I don't even ride my dirt bike, so I don't think I'm going to get a Jeep on top of it. I have a Grand Cherokee. That thing can take on some trails.
Well, you'll have to bring it out on Go Topless.
Yeah.
And you know the rules. We've already said it's either you or the Jeep.
Yeah. Well,
No
anyway.
comment.
That's right. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I appreciate everybody being so sweet and just welcoming. The club is really fun, and I thank you for taking us out.
Yeah. There was at least 20. I think there was 25 registered. I don't know how many showed up. 23. I think.
A lot.
At
We
least
just
23.
caravanned down the street, looking really cool.
It was a fairly new trail, so a lot of people that have gone on them multiple times, like Jesse. Jesse, I've been doing runs for over 2 years, and that was the first time Jesse came out.
Yeah.
And it's because it was a new run, and he'd never done those obstacles before.
I thought it was because I was there.
I mean, it was because Leza was there. I take that back. But yeah, he goes on everything all the time.
Yeah.
So unless it's something like really special, he typically doesn't go with the club much.
Right.
So
that was a lot of fun. Anything else you want to add?
no, I had fun.
If you have
I
a
didn't break
4x4,
anything.
you can join the club and be part of it. It's a really fun group of people.
Yeah, the Go Topless is a national event, so that's coming up May 10th.
Right.
And it's going to be a short one, and it'll be an easy one.
Right.
So
Because we were out there for like 6 hours on Thursday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Go Topless event, usually we have lunch afterwards at Summit. So it'll be just a half day.
Yeah.
It won't be too big.
Tons of fun.
Yeah.
Scott signed up. He's going to take out the Pathfinder.
Well, he might get shamed a lot.
It's a Forerunner. He shouldn't get shamed too much.
Not too bad. It's not a Bronco, at least.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that went down on Thursday. Then, of course, I went to Scottsdale on Friday to take my dad to a very important doctor's appointment, which was great. Had a great day, great time. Played golf down in the valley, and listen to what happened. I was playing with my brother, and we're on the 15th hole, and the cart just dies. Just dies. And we had seen a couple of carts on the course. We passed them. People had just abandoned them. Well, that happened to us as well. It just died, and there was nobody to come and bring us a new one. So we had to forego our last 3 holes.
You couldn't walk?
4 holes.
You
What's that?
couldn't walk?
Well, no.
Sorry, princess.
Our bags are very heavy. So we the people that we were golfing with gave us a ride back, and but yeah, so that's never happened to me before though. Has that ever happened to you? We called the pro shop and nobody was there. It was just a ghost town. So that was kind of an incident. And then it was really fun. On Saturday, we took my dad on a boat tour of Saguaro Lake, which was super fun. 80 minutes, narrated. I saw some bald eagles and some big horned sheep up on the mountains.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. It's like $35, and it's this big boat, and we sat in the front, and we were right in the shade, and it was gorgeous. What a fun thing to do.
You didn't take your boat?
No, it takes a lot to get the boat out, and I just wanted to sit and enjoy it, you know? Yeah, and plus we don't take the boat out till after Mother's Day. It's the whole it could freeze thing, same as the plants,
All right.
you know?
And it's a jet boat?
You don't want to winterize it. No, this was a big tour boat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big tour boat. What else? We should probably take a break and come back and talk about what else is going on or what else went on this weekend. And we have some guests coming up a little later on from Polera Health to tell us about an event they want you all to be aware of. So stick around for that. Right now, ladies, when it comes to your health, you deserve expert care from people who truly listen. And that's exactly what you find at Prescott Women's Clinic. Whether you need routine checkups, prenatal care, or help navigating menopause, their team is dedicated to caring for women at every stage of life with compassionate providers and a welcoming atmosphere. You'll feel comfortable and confident in your care. Your health matters, so trust it to the experts at Prescott Women's Clinic. Give them a call, 928-778-4300. 800 or visit them online at PrescottWomen'sClinic.com. Welcome back to Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM, KYCA on a Monday. So much going on. I did not watch American Idol last night because our Drew Wren didn't make it to the next round. I said, I'm not going to watch it. I'm done. What about you, Drew? Did you watch it?
Nope.
And actually, I did tune in to watch it, and it wasn't on. So I'm like, oh, okay. I guess it's not on, but it was on. It was on last night. So.
I didn't get any TV in. I didn't watch Supercross.
No,
I got
what did you
recorded.
do? What did you do all weekend? You haven't even spoke for a second. You rode your bike.
Yeah, we went for a ride,
Yeah.
did some looking around, ended up Alcatara Vineyards. Have you ever been there?
Yes, over in the Verde.
Yeah, didn't know that. And my buddy was out, and his friend works there.
Oh.
So we ended up going over there, and then he said, hey, I'm going to stay. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go back up and ride the mountain a couple of times. And
Yeah.
then I came home and met up with him and dinner. And, yeah, it was great. He's on his way back to Colorado.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, so had a nice time with him.
Good.
And picked up a couple more motorcycles. So
Did you hear that? He got a couple more motorcycles.
He
I don't
didn't
own
buy
them, but I have them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's all right.
He was already telling me that. Yeah.
Possession's 9/10 of the law.
Right? You're not kidding.
Yeah,
oh,
so
how fun.
anyways, yeah, so it was a great weekend.
Good
Great
for
weekend.
you. Good for you. Well, you guys probably watched some of the NFL draft or not. You heard about it anyway. Cam Scattaboo, he's going to be with the New York Giants. Very excited for him. You remember him, right, Matt?
Yeah, but the
Okay.
Cardinals should have grabbed him.
Well, they don't need him. They need defensemen. They need a line to help us out.
But we need him as a state and representative
Well,
of the Cardinals
yeah.
and Arizona and
was-
ASU.
I was cheering for him to be a Cardinals too, but he's very happy to see someone realize their dream is just
Nice.
super cool.
Well, let him cut his teeth in New York,
And then come back.
and then he'll be
Right.
finely tuned, and
Yeah.
then pick him up after
Right.
he's
Yeah.
dialed in.
I can't wait to see if the NFL can help him with his head shake. You guys know what I'm talking about.
No.
No.
He shakes his head all the time. My sister thinks he has a neurological problem.
What?
My husband thinks that it just doesn't have a well-fitted helmet.
What do you mean?
Something similar to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
like when you get clocked and then you shake your head, like your dog is running and runs into something and then he shakes his head to shake it off. That's what it looks like. I cannot be the only one that sees that and recognizes that.
I will check it out.
Thank you. I would appreciate it. Okay. What else? What else you want to talk about?
Drew hasn't talked about the weather yet.
Weather. The weather is gorgeous.
Did
I
you
laid
like it?
I laid by a pool in Scottsdale yesterday.
You have tan lines?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I hope
It's a
so.
little too much information there, Drew. Goal.
He's crossing the line, isn't he?
I'm crossing the line after all your potty jokes?
No,
Give me a break.
we're not talking about that today.
No,
No, we're not.
not
Nope.
today.
Nope.
That's Wednesdays.
No, we're very fortunate.
Yes.
We're very fortunate. We've had wonderful weather over the weekend, but today we're going to have a high of 65, a low of 41, and we're going to have some light winds. And then tomorrow it's going to heat up a little bit, but we're also going to have a chance for some thunder showers in the afternoon.
Oh,
Wouldn't that
holy
be nice?
smokes,
About
that would be
20%.
Will you
Scattered.
please remember to do your rain dance a little later on today for that, okay? Put on the headdress and everything.
Sure.
Okay.
And then Wednesday,
Yeah.
that's going to blow through, and Wednesday's going to be in the 70s.
Oh, fantastic.
And we're back to our really nice weather again.
Love it.
So
Fantastic.
that's what we've got. And Mr. Kata, he's been pretty right
Pretty
on.
accurate,
So
huh?
I think we're gonna have a really nice week.
Fantastic. Sounds great. Well, today is National Superhero Day, and I'm not talking about Marvel Universe. I'm talking about the real life superheroes like nurses, teachers, truck drivers, and anyone who takes more than their fair share of crap every day to make the world a better place. It's also a day to appreciate heroic acts of kindness. I guess the holiday started when writers from Marvel Comics went around asking kids what superpowers they'd want to have. They found most kids were a lot more practical than they expected. Like you and I, we'd say the ability to fly or to see through or read minds, all those things.
Invisibility,
That
for
would
sure.
be scary.
Yeah. But kids, they had more practical things that they would want to do. So that's pretty cool. It's also International Pay It Forward Day. Help create a ripple effect of kindness by doing something selfless for a stranger and encouraging them to do the same for someone else on a Monday. We just got to make it through the day, I'm thinking, right?
That should be on Friday.
I know. Yeah, or Saturday. Everybody's feeling very generous on Saturday. But did you know the largest known Pay It Forward chain happened at a Dairy Queen drive-thru in Minnesota back in the 2020 era, where 900 cars paid for the meals of those behind them. It lasted for 2.5 days and brought a bit of joy during the depths of the pandemic at the Dairy Queen. Have you ever done that? Pay for somebody's behind you? Yeah, and have you had somebody pay for yours?
Yes, I have.
In line at Starbucks?
Not at Starbucks, but when I was back east in Chicago, there was a lot of tolls.
Yeah.
And a lot of times if you're on your bike, it's a hassle. You got to take your gloves off to get the toll money.
Right.
And people in front of you would do that.
Yeah.
So as a motorcyclist, if there's a motorcycle behind you, you pay for his toll so he doesn't have to take his gloves off. And
That's
kind of a
nice.
motorcycle thing on the road.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, now I know. If I'm ever where I need to
Motorcycle
pay
people are nice.
a toll, I'll take care of the
Yeah,
motorcycles.
if the guy behind you, just throw some change in.
Very cool. Very cool. So, yeah, I was in line at Starbucks once, and a teacher bought my coffee. And I for sure bought the people's coffee behind mine, and I've never forgotten that. It was just one little simple act of kindness that can change somebody's whole day, or even just a memory of something kind. Why are you looking at me like that?
I've just never had it happen either way.
Why don't you follow me to Burger King, and I'll buy you something.
Oh, I'm getting something crazy then.
There you go.
Yeah, you can't do it when people expect it.
Quadruple Whopper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and you can't tell them. You just got to throw the money in the
right.
toll and drive off.
Yeah. Scott Dandos does that a lot. Yeah. So anyhow, all right. Should we move forward? Anything else? Do you want to hear about the woman who found a live snake in her margarita?
I mean, do you want to hear about how my Arizona Rattlers destroyed the NAZ Wranglers?
Snake-related stories.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice segue.
The Rattlers cremated the Wranglers.
Yeah.
And we kind of knew that was going to happen from the games prior.
Yeah,
right?
the spread was like 15.5 points. and
Holy smokes.
we did better than that.
Well, and did you guys have your first string quarterback in?
for the first half, and then we put in our second string, which used to be our first string, and we almost won multiple championships with him.
Yeah.
So,
What's his name?
Drew Powell.
Drew Powell.
Drew Powell is our backup.
Yeah.
And then Sneed is our main guy,
Right.
and he won the championship last year.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. Well,
it was just unfair. I'm sorry.
But was it fun?
Yeah, I mean,
Good.
for the most part,
Good.
you know, it wasn't like complete destruction.
Not for the Wranglers.
No, I mean, it was a complete destruction. It was back and forth quite a bit at the beginning.
You said there was a lot of fighting.
Yeah, there was a bit of fighting. They were throwing down quite a bit on the field.
Yeah.
You know, just get angry at each other. And
Right.
that tends to happen
Frustration.
when you're getting creamed.
Makes it exciting for the fans, anyway.
Yeah. Oh, and then
No, come on. You must not be a hockey fan then, huh?
I don't believe that there's any place in
For
hockey
violence.
for fighting. I really don't, because I love Olympic hockey. Is you really see that. I understand the frustrations and everything else.
Yeah.
But if it's everybody says, well, it's part of the game, then how come the clock stops?
he's got a point.
He does have a point. And to be honest with you, when my son-in-law gets into a little scrapple, it scares me. It terrifies me. But when it's somebody else, I really enjoy it.
You know, he can always get new teeth if he has to.
Oh,
Yeah.
shh, don't say. I always say protect the face, Mateo.
Oh, yeah.
Sacrifice the body, protect the face.
It's a fantastic, actually, one of the hardest games, hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
Everything that you can imagine
Yeah.
on hockey. It's football on ice skates with sticks.
It is.
Okay?
It is.
I can understand that.
Right. Right.
But, you know, when you coach Little League and you coach
Well,
football
yeah,
and you
Little
do all
League's
that,
different.
and then I'm back. The kids, the kids hockey leagues, they let them fight. I'm like, what are you doing?
No, you don't know. I'm talking.
But that's where I think it goes too far.
Yeah. No, I
and
agree.
these guys are great influencers, so you know, I just
Yeah.
don't like it.
Okay. Well, you don't have to.
Well,
You don't
I
have
won't.
to.
That's it.
The last thing I want to add about the game on
Okay.
Saturday, and it's kind of interesting, and the fans were pointing it out after the fact.
Yeah.
So Coach Guy, through 3 challenges,
Yeah.
won all 3 challenges.
So you've got the
So
stripes on your side.
That makes you go, maybe they need to start getting better refs.
Right.
If Coach can challenge 3 of them and win all 3 of them.
Right.
That's not a good
That's
sign.
the ref saying, "Oh, maybe we're wrong." Yeah. No. Stand
Well,
by your call.
If it's video challenge, they have to go look at the videotape
Yeah.
and someone else rules, not the guys on the field.
Okay.
Just kind of like baseball.
So it's the refs aren't bought. The refs just aren't good.
No,
Gotcha.
it was really,
Got
it
your
was
point.
really
Got your point.
eye-opening. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move forward because, like I said, we have some guests from Polera Health coming in,
Okay.
and we have a comedian calling in, Drew. So you're going to have to pay attention. He's going to be calling in because they have a big show they want to talk about. All right, so that's coming up next here on Leza Live. Stay with us. Now, there's never a good time for your AC or heater to break down, but when it does, you need AC Medic Heating and Air on speed dial. I'm going to give you the phone number right now so you can put it in your phone, 928-848-6224. They're fast, reliable, and ready to get your home back to the perfect temperature. And if you're a senior veteran or first responder, you get 10% off all repairs. That's their way of saying thank you for all you do. So don't suffer. Call AC Medic Heating and Air, your trusted first responder for comfort, 928-848-6224. Welcome back to Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM, KYCA. Joining me in studio, we have Deanna Eater and Cindy Brown from Polera Health. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in this morning, and thanks for your patience.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Monday morning, we have so much business we have to get through, but I'm so glad you're here to tell us about this really cool event that is coming up. Why don't you tell us about Stand Up for Mental Health comedy show?
Well, Cindy probably knows a little bit more than I do, but we had David Grenier with us probably, 7 or 8 years ago?
Yeah, he was here about 5 years ago and just packed the Elks Theater.
Oh, fun.
And we thought time to bring him back with new material.
Yes. Well, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, right?
It is.
And so this comedy show is to bring awareness.
It is. And David actually is, he's a counselor, he's a comedian, and he also has, mental health challenges. And so what he does is he kind of puts that all together and comes to the stage and really tries to bring some laughter into day-to-day stuff, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And Polera Health is sponsoring this event.
We are sponsoring and working with the Elks Theater, and the Elks Theater has been so fabulous about working with us on putting this event on. And so, we're thrilled to bring him to town.
Fun. So it's coming up on May 9th at 7 o'clock. Is it in the big theater?
It's in the big
It
theater.
is. It's in the big
Wow.
room.
Yes. So tell us about past shows.
When David was here before, as I say, he really packed the Elks Theater.
Yeah.
And I think he gave people a different view of mental health. We can have a few laughs about it.
Right.
And the fact that he's also a therapist. He's a therapist. He's had his own issues, and he's a great comedian. Deanna was talking to someone the other day that said, "Hey, is that the guy that was here a few years ago? I want to be sure and come."
That's
So
good.
people are remembering, right?
Right. Yeah,
And we always try
absolutely.
to make a big deal around Mental Health Awareness Month. It's a big thing for us to put out in the community and let people know that people struggle, right?
Right.
And what can we do? We can be kind to other people, right?
Yes.
And ask questions and care about people. And so this is really about just removing the stigma all around mental health.
I love that. Everybody's dealing with something, or they know of somebody who's really struggling.
Truly.
And
To look
so-
in a room, you have no
Yes.
idea who's going through.
You are so right about that. So I can see why Polera felt that this was a good event to get behind and get people in that may not have people in their lives that they know of.
Yes.
They probably do have them in their lives that are dealing with mental health issues. But
And sometimes comedy is an easy way to open the door to
Right.
that, right?
Yes.
Let's share a few giggles and, oh, by the way.
yes, absolutely. So are tickets still available? I'm assuming
They are,
And-
yes.
And how much are they? And how do people get the tickets?
They're available at the Elks Theater, and they're $25. Deanna, are they able to get them on our website, or is it all Elks Theater?
Our website links them to Elks Theater,
good.
and so then they can just go to elkstheater.org, and I think it's PrescottElksTheater.org.
That's it.
That's right.
And they can just get tickets right there. Then go pick their seats. Seats
Right.
show up right there, and they can pick their seats and where they want to sit. And what do we have? 450 seats to fill in that theater.
There you go.
I had no idea it was that large.
Yeah, it's nice.
It is.
It really is
and
a
so,
Prescott jewel.
It is a jewel.
Yes.
It is a jewel, and the acoustics in
Yes.
there are amazing. Not only visually, but hearing-wise,
Yes,
it's wonderful.
It really is. I can't imagine anybody not having experienced the Elks Theater
Exactly.
in town. I mean, I just
Yeah.
can't imagine it. Well, so Polera Health, you guys do a lot to help people with mental issues. Why don't you give us a little bit of information about that? And then next segment, we're going to have the comedian call in, David Grenier.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we've been in the area since 1966 doing exactly that, mental and behavioral health for our community. And so we've opened a few new facilities in 2024. We've got one more that we're opening up here in 2025, which is called the Center for Recovery. And so we're closing down our old facility over on Hillside.
Wow.
And moving that 23-bed substance use rehabilitation program over to our new building on Sandretto. So
that's exciting.
we'll do an open house sometime this year. We're waiting
Yeah.
on some licensing and some other hoops that we have to jump through. But,
Right.
and then we opened up the Connection Center January 6th, which is the new building next to the jail over here on Prescott Lakes Parkway.
Right.
And so that is now handling anybody that's a Title 36, anybody that's court-ordered treatment, that type of thing. We were handling it when we got the contract out of our crisis stabilization unit.
Mm-hmm.
And so now our crisis stabilization unit has gone back to being our community crisis center.
Oh, good.
It's for our community, and
Yes.
anybody can walk through those doors. So
Right.
whatever you're feeling that day, whatever you're facing, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter what kind of insurance you have, or if you don't have insurance, you walk through our doors and we'll take care of you.
Whatever is your
place to
crisis,
go.
we're there to be supportive.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure. Tell people
absolutely.
where that is located, and is it open 24/7?
So that is open 24/7. So
Wow.
you can come to us two different ways. You can come through our phone number at 928-445-5211, or you can walk through our doors at the Crisis Stabilization Unit. And that's down on East Ridge Drive in Prescott Valley behind Tractor Supply.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a great resource for people. I hope people in need know about it.
You
You
know,
know, we get thrown phone numbers and people say, there's always somebody there. But in our own community, there's something open 24/7
That's
to
right.
help you.
That's
No
right.
matter what your crisis
exactly
is. Like
right.
what you said, Cindy. I mean, somebody's crisis may be different than another person's
That's
crisis.
exactly right.
So
Yeah.
if you are feeling like you need help, there's somebody there.
Right. And we need
Yes.
24 hours outside of a house, right? You just say, I need a break from the people that are in
Right.
my house. You can walk through our doors and we'll keep you
Yeah.
and let you just kind of, have a little respite. Or
Yeah.
if you need a hot shower and a warm meal, walk through our doors.
And we have such a trained and experienced team there. It's an open arm greeting. Please come in, let us help you.
Right.
And that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you have
Yeah.
volunteers involved with that center?
No, our
No,
only
it's
our
all-
only volunteer program is our senior peer program, which is our 60 and over program, and that's our only forward-facing community-based program that's free to anyone over 60. So we have support groups and one-on-one,
Okay.
and then we have volunteers in that program.
All right, and they are their peers, so it's to help other seniors. And
Yes.
that's really interesting. I didn't know about that program. I have a lot of older friends in town that are very lonely.
Yes.
And that would
Yes.
be a great suggestion for them to get involved in.
Just have them contact me. I run that program.
Deanna's done great
Fabulous.
stuff with that program.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have support groups for women, for men. I've got a blind and low vision group. I've got a stroke is no joke group. So it's people who are facing challenges in life that are looking for community.
Right. I love that so much. Okay, so let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to be chatting with, counselor, stand-up comedian, author, and founder of Stand Up for Mental Health, David Grenier. Am I saying that right?
We
You
think
are.
so.
Coming up next here on Leza Live. Stay with us. So, did you know that tooth decay often comes down to one factor, and it's acid? At Pro Solutions Dental Group, they target the source by helping patients control acid levels in the mouth, preventing cavities and keeping smiles strong. For a refreshing, proactive approach to your dental care, visit Pro Solutions Dental Group online at PrescottDentist.com or give them a call, 928-776-1208. back to Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM KYCA. We're talking about Mental Health Awareness Month, which is May. I have Deanna Eder and Cindy Brown from Polera Health in with me. And on the line, we have a counselor, stand-up comedian, author, and founder of Stand Up for Mental Health, David Granier on. Good morning, David.
Good morning.
Am I saying your last name correctly?
You're really close. It's Granierer.
Oh, Granierer. That's even betterer. I like it.
Yes, that's better. It's like come nearer.
Come nearer, Granierer. Okay, well, now we all know. Yes, thank you. Thank you, David. Well, we're excited to welcome you back to the Elks Theater for a show coming up in May. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into doing comedy.
Sure. Well, I'm a counselor and I'm a stand-up comic, and I also have bipolar. And Stand Up for Mental Health is my program teaching stand-up comedy to folks like myself with mental health conditions as a way of building confidence and fighting public stigma. And I got into it, it's really weird. So I got into being a stand-up comic in the mid-'90s. And I teach this stand-up comedy course at a local community college that has nothing to do with mental health. But I would see people occasionally have these life-changing experiences taking stand-up comedy. I thought, wouldn't it be cool to give this to people with mental health conditions? And so that's how it started in 2004. So it's been 21 years.
Wow, that's amazing. And I'm sure you have touched many, many people.
Yeah, I think I've trained over 700 comics
Wow.
in Canada, the U.S., and Australia.
That is amazing. So what do you prefer to do? Do you prefer to do the stand-up, or do you prefer to do the teaching or the counseling?
Well, both the teaching and the stand-up. What I'm really good at in Stand Up for Mental Health is turning other people into stars.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that process of watching someone who has never done comedy go through this class, and all of a sudden they're on stage and they're killing it and they're succeeding beyond their wildest dreams.
Oh, I love it. I love it. How can people get more information on your teachings?
They can go to standupformentalhealth.com or just Google Stand Up for Mental Health and I'll come out.
Okay, very good. So what can people expect when they come to the show at the Elks Theater coming up on Friday, May 9th?
Well, they can expect a combination. So I'm going to be doing some of my comedy about my mental health story, but they're also going to get some exposure to Stand Up for Mental Health and our comics, and they're going to see mental health from a totally different perspective. They're going to see people with mental health conditions as strong and funny and courageous and friendly, all the stuff that you don't expect from people with mental health conditions. The best compliment I ever had was someone was talking after the show and he said, that guy with schizophrenia was hilarious. And how often do you hear hilarious and schizophrenia in the same sentence? So people will get some laughs, they'll get some inspiration, they'll get some education. So it covers everything.
How fun. Well, it sounds like a really good time. And how have you found that incorporating comedy into mental health awareness? How effective? I'm assuming very effective.
Yes, it is. People come away from the shows, and that's what they will come away from the show at the Elks Theater. They'll go, wow, I never knew that people with mental health conditions were so cool and so amazing.
That's cute.
That is cute. Yes, absolutely. Wonderful. Okay, so where are you out of, David? Where do you live?
I'm out of Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very nice. Well, we're looking forward to welcome you here to the Elks Theater. For how many times has he been here? Did
Once
you say
before, right,
once
David?
before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. And how did you find our little town, David?
I loved it.
Good.
It's a beautiful town, and the people are so nice, and the weather is so awesome. So I just loved it.
Wonderful. Well, we're excited for your show. Stand Up for Mental Health Comedy Show coming up at the Elks Theater Friday, May 9th. You can get your tickets at PrescottElksTheater.org. And safe travels, David, and thanks for calling in this morning.
Hey, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah, he sounds like he's going to put on a really great show.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah. Now, you went last year.
I did.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been about 5 years ago
5
since
years.
he's been
Okay.
here. And the Elks Theater was packed.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things that he mentioned. People were coming out saying, can you believe that was funny?
Right.
So he
Well,
really opens a new door.
Yeah. I'm curious what they thought they were going to get. because it is a stand-up comedian, you know, on the stage talking about mental health.
Right.
What did they?
I think there was some trepidation. I
You
think
think?
people came and thought, well, let's give it a go.
I'm
and lo
actually
and behold.
right. I'm actually like interested in knowing what the whole evening's going to be about.
Yeah.
Right. I have no idea what it's going to look like. So
Right.
it's like I'm super excited just to sit in and hear all the different stories that he has.
And
Yes.
I was amazed how many people I saw around town who said, I saw this topic and thought I had to get here and see what was going to
I
happen.
love
So
that.
we really drew in new friends and family from the community.
I love that,
which was
part.
really a good thing.
Okay, fantastic. More about Stand Up for Mental Health, the comedy show, coming up after this quick break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM, KYCA, chatting with Deanna Eater and Cindy Brown from Polera Health this morning. We just got done telling you all about the big stand-up for mental health comedy show. Again, tickets $25. It's a Friday evening, 7 o'clock in the beautiful Elks Theater on May 9th. Get your tickets online at PrescottElksTheatre.org. We like to say it that way so people know how to spell it. Very good. So let's talk a little bit about Polera Health. You guys are just moving and grooving and growing leaps and bounds, doing really great things for our community. What's the latest? What you guys working on?
Well, I mean, you've seen us in this community opening up new buildings, right? And that's because we've been here a really long time. So some of our buildings were on a little bit on the older side.
A little tired. They
A
were
little
only tired.
Sure.
And so we're zhuzhing them up a little bit. And we've got some beautiful new facilities where people can come to us and actually feel good about being with us and going through services. And it doesn't really matter, you know, what you need. If you need children's services, we've got parenting classes. We've got peer support if people are struggling and going through stuff. I got a picture yesterday from our fishing group. We have a fishing group that goes out and that's just getting out in the community and supporting each other and having conversation.
I love that.
Isn't that fabulous?
Yes.
Yeah, a little fresh air and friendship.
Yeah.
And
not
it goes a
every-
long
yeah,
way.
For sure.
Yeah, not
For
everybody wants
sure.
to sit in and have a one-on-one conversation, right? But
Right.
if you have a little bit of a group kind of thing going on where
Yeah.
you can go out and enjoy each other and have conversation, it's great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people think of Prescott being so close knit, but there are people that tend to isolate. They don't know where to go to find friends. They've lost their spouse, a plethora of situations. So I think that Polera is a great resource. And to find out what is available, would you say to go to your website?
That's a good place to start.
Yeah.
You can either go to our website, or which is polarahealth.com, or you can just call our call access center and just explain to our people that answer the phones.
Yeah, our ambassadors at that call access center have got it going on. They really know what's happening.
They do, and they can steer you in a direction of what you're kind of wanting to do, or where we think you could a good place to start with us.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter what you're going through. If you're struggling with it, it doesn't matter what it is.
Right.
We're here to help.
What is that access number?
It's 928-445-5211.
445
5211.
5211.
You got it.
Okay, so if you're struggling with pretty much anything, or you just need a little assistance, give that number a call.
Yeah.
And talk to the people that answer the phone. You're going to get a person, right? You're not going to have to push a bunch of buttons. You're going to be able to explain what you're dealing with, what your need is, and they are going to point you in the right direction for help.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love that.
And we have so many new people in our communities nowadays, right? That people don't realize what resources in our community, right? We are such a community rich in resources. And so really it's just making those connections.
Yes, absolutely. And Polara is here to help make that happen.
We're here to help.
Absolutely.
Very good. Very good. Well, we have a couple minutes left. Anything you want to share that we didn't touch on?
Well, we could talk about our masquerade ball.
Oh, we should have worn our masks.
Why didn't you?
Doggone it.
Come on.
Oh,
Had
man.
a lovely event on April 5th, and it was our inaugural masquerade ball,
Yeah.
black and white, and we did it at the Hacienda in the Marina Room, and everybody came decked out, masks,
Oh, it was wonderful.
top hats,
How
tuxedos,
Oh, it was
ball
wonderful.
gowns.
We had the red carpet for them to walk in.
Oh
It was
my gosh.
Deanna, tell the story about how Tamara invited everyone to remove their mask. I found that so
Did
powerful
she?
for the
so
event.
it was about removing the mask and illuminating mental health in our community. And
Love
so we all walked into the ballroom with our masks on, and Tamara just said, this is the time right now, and everybody removed their mask. And it was about just acknowledging that people who are struggling a lot of times wear a mask, right? And so it's really about taking that mask off, letting out, what's happening to you, having those conversations with people, and really not judging other people, right?
about
Beautiful.
connection. We're all connected.
How
And-
beautiful.
Yeah, it was really lovely.
Yeah, it was a lovely event. We had a great time. We had a
We
little
did have
dancing.
a great time. A little dancing.
Had a little-
Exactly. A little singing.
little singing.
Now, is this going to become an annual event?
It is.
Yes, how smart. I love the whole idea of the masks and taking them off, and how you never know what somebody's dealing with behind that mask.
We had some fabulous masks
Oh,
too. We
didn't
had
we?
some steampunk masks, and so we're trying to figure out what our theme is going to be next year.
Exactly.
So we're going to
Yeah.
have a really fun theme.
We are. We had a
For-
contest for best mask, and it was a tough decision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love this idea, and it's going to come up in April next year. You thinking is that when you're?
We're tossing around. It was hard because it's cold, and it's hard to dress up when it's cold, right?
Yeah.
In your little ball gown dresses and
Right,
stuff.
right.
So we liked the month of April, and so we're tossing around if we want to do that or if we want to do fall time. So yeah, well,
Sorry.
stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
well, you
It's
know,
happening.
you know who to call to get the word out.
We got
That's
the
right.
number.
Well, thank you again, ladies, for coming in. And don't miss the Stand Up for Mental Health comedy show. It's coming up, Elks Theater, Friday, May 9th, 7 o'clock. Get those tickets online at PrescottElksTheatre.org. I hope it's a great success. And thank you for having David call in this morning.
Thanks,
It was
Leza.
nice to hear from him as well.
We so appreciate it.
We appreciate you and having us do this today. So
My pleasure.
Thank you.
We'll see you all on Magic 99.1 at noon. Have a great day.